I just woke up. I'm trying to get into vlogging, but I don't know how. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna record my whole day today, and I'm gonna see if that's how you vlog. Is this how you vlog? This might be fucking stupid. This is probably more like it. That's pretty stupid before. I'm gonna go to a cafe. That's what I do every day, where I have like the whole day free, but I have to go and do creative work. This is what I do, because otherwise it's like you can get up and you can fuck around and you can blah blah blah, but I find having this consistent thing that I do every morning works pretty well. I listen to this artist every time I'm working now, and man, game changer. I don't know why, but there's just something about this guy's music. It is just like the perfect music to work to, as long as you like piano music, because it's like he changes one tiny little bit about the song every sort of day, and there's 7 days in the album. And there's just something about that that's just like, it's the slight amount of variation that you need, so it's like slightly interesting, but it's not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna dance to this, like, you know? It's just slightly stimulating, but not too much, but it's also intensely pleasurable to listen to. I usually don't put my camera on this angle when I record videos, because I don't know what's there that I don't want people to see. There's a cute little letter my friend made me. It's like a friendship letter, really cute. Lots of personal shit. There's actually a message from Steve Hall on that clipboard, so if you know who Steve is, there you go, because he sent me some stuff. But what I actually started recording to talk about was my foot presentation. So why am I doing a presentation on feet? What the fuck? So I have my undergraduate degree in podiatry, so I'm not registered, but I technically am a podiatrist. I could register to be a podiatrist. But I've just figured out I don't really want to go into podiatry for other reasons. I basically don't like it. I don't find it enjoyable. I don't find that it's going to solve the problems of health that I want to solve. So I went down a different area. So what I'm making the presentation on is basically like myths and things like that. So for instance, I'm now trying to get research to back up my points around the sort of height of the arch, to make sure that I'm correct there. It's this particular point, you kind of have to do this for every point when you're making anything that's like, here's my thoughts on the matter in an academic manner, and you're trying to speak from a point of authority. I would argue you have to back your points up with some kind of references, for the most part, or else you can't really say that's an evidence-based statement. You can say anecdotes are there, but if there's evidence contrary to that, then you have to be cautious of that. So I'm looking for evidence to make sure that I'm correct, although it's this particular point, it's very obvious that it's correct, from the particular school of podiatry that I come from, but it's not exactly debated. Okay, so this is just a little bit of my training. I'm just basically showing a little bit of my training on screen. I'm kind of just trying to demonstrate how I train. This is the second week before my final week of my mesocycle. So it does get relatively hard. You can see the RIR is getting pretty hard there. That was probably like 1 or 2 RIR. So what I mean by that is basically 1 or 2 reps from failure. This one might have been 1 or 2 as well. You'll see as I get to the end, I slow it down. And you see this one goes up a little bit faster, and the next one should be even slower. So you can see that little pause through there. So basically what's occurring there, it's just you can kind of, the speed that you move the weight is going to decrease the closer you get to failure. So it's a relatively good gauge, and generally around 4 reps from failure, you're going to start to see, it depends on the movement obviously, but you're going to start to see the movement slow down a little bit. So here you've just got your RDLs. This day I was actually doing a little bit of a mix. So I usually do a push session which contains my all my quadricep movements and my pec movements, but today I just decided to go in and do legs, and I did my arm accessories as well. So it's cool with hypertrophy training because you can kind of mix it up a little bit, but it depends how you want to do it. Here, so this mesocycle, I've actually been really I've
the way I've sort of phrased it to myself is I call it an arm specialization cycle. I think it's done pretty well. I showed a little bit on my Instagram of the results so far. I've done like 12 weeks, so roughly 2 meters.
Okay, so there were quite a few comments on this video relative to how many I normally get. Ranging from, here's comment number 1. This one is probably the one that caught my eye the most. And I quote, "Cringeworthy host."
Pretty savage comment there.
One really interesting one was does the inverted U shape conflict, blah blah blah. Whole massive conversation about that. Really fascinating, to be honest.